Hello. How y'all doing this evening? Of course, you know who this is, old Rattler again. Well, now I forgot what I was going to talk about. I've been having a toss-up on whether to talk about, well, anyway, the one that's on my mind that I had an idea the other day when I saw this commercial about maintaining your septic tank system, and this is some good valuable information here. And I'm what are you that's the nut, Mrs. Rattler, trying to interfere with my program here, and she won't get on the camera. She ought to just drag her in here and try to bring her on camera and make her look at this thing. She's camera shy. Anyway, they always try to sell you these things to keep your septic tank. I'll go ahead and get this part out of the way. They sell you these compounds or some kind of granulated stuff that you can flush down the commode that'll get in your septic tank and promote the bacteria and stuff like that it helps to break it down and make it run, make it operate efficient and keep it from getting backed up. Because I've seen septic tanks that have gotten that way, and it's not a very good sight, because you have to dig down, try to find where the lid of the thing is that comes off, this little concrete square deal with a little piece of rebar sticking out of it, some kind of little handle, I think. It's been so long. But I'm going to share with y'all a little secret, because one time my mother's septic tank got backed up, and there was stuff backing up into the bathtub and everything else, and this guy come out there and he pumped it out. Now this was pretty rough because we had to dig down, and we went ahead and done it, and we found out later that we saved my mother $40 because we dug down and opened it up ourselves. Then that way all he had to do was come out there and pull this big old truck with a big tank, 500 to 1,000 gallon tank on it, really full of, had a lot of room to haul some stuff. And he pulls up there and he gets that thing out, and he gets this big hose out, and he runs it down in there, and I didn't think there was no way that would get that out, but it went to pulling it out of there, boy. I mean, it made a sound like that, you know, real like the Magnum shop vac or something, you know. It was the most powerful thing I'd ever seen. But he got it all done, and it was all over with, and he told me, I'll leave his name out of this. Well, I have to, because I wouldn't remember who he was anyway. That was several years back, almost 10 years ago. But he said, I'm supposed to try to sell you some products to put in there and to keep that, you know, to take care of that stuff and help it break down and run properly. But he said, if you drink coffee, just dump all your old coffee grounds down the sink or commode. It's easier to dump it down the sink and just let it run down in there. But if you're one of those that don't have your sink going into the same line for your septic tank, then you might have to flush it down the commode. But that coffee ground seems to really work, because I've never had any trouble out of my septic tank where I used to live, and I had it for 13 years, or no, about 14 years there, and I've never had the lid off of it. So I guess that worked. But anyway, it's a good idea to use those things, and it'll help save you some money. I realize that those septic tank guys have got to make a living, but we're trying to make a living too, so there ain't no sense in us spending money we don't have to. So that coffee grounds will help you out. You might try that. It don't hurt nothing, and they don't stop your sink up. They go down real easy with just a little bit of water. But anyway, that's just some of the things you can do to help, because you don't want that. You don't want that stuff backing up. You don't want to be in the shower someday and you find out that the water ain't going down, and you see stuff coming up, and you realize you wasn't that filthy when you got in there, and you've got stuff coming up on you because it goes down in there, and if it can't make it, it'll build up pressure and it'll back up, and then you've got this stuff coming up into the drain, and next thing you know, you'll all be ankle deep in that stuff. But anyway, there I am using anyway a little bit too much, but anyhow, that's all I've got to say about that. I hope this helps you. Good night.